Hey guys, welcome back. I'm working on the dually, day late and dollar short. Supposed to be working on it yesterday, but you know, I always get pulled away and have to do something else, fix something else. God only knows. Like our Bronco here. It's in a million pieces right now because it has a coolant leak, which is not under warranty because they call it a normal wear part. So I can't find where it's coming from. So now I have all the hoses ripped out. I'm putting a new water pump on it, thermostat housing. I'm just putting it all on there because I just don't know what it is. As you can see here, it's just kind of all torn apart right now. The alternator's just sitting down there, but it is a nightmare to get to this shit. But I'm going to go ahead and replace the water pump, the thermostat housing, and a couple of the hoses. And I'm going to use regular hose clamps rather than those stupid spring-loaded clamps that who knows if those things hold well or not. But anyway, so I'm a day late on this. I have been working on it. I was going to make a video on this, but to be honest with you, there's really not much to video. What I'm currently doing is sanding door jambs. I stripped all the weather stripping off and everything. Now, I am not going to take this weather stripping off. Normally I would take this off, okay, because you want to get the color behind it. If you look here, there is a gap here. I'm going to tape it right at the edge. The truck's going the exact same color, so we're just going to tape that off because in order to, I'll double check to see if I can get these windows to go down, but I don't think I can because this truck is so torn apart from the accident, plus me tearing it apart to put door handles back in it and everything else. Everything is disconnected and unplugged, and they're power windows, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get them down. But like I said, there is a gap there. I can roll this back if I need to. See how I can roll this back? So I can definitely get in there. But I did pull all the weather stripping on the doors, on the top of the roof line, everything. That's all out. I'm working on sanding everything down now. If you guys have never used these before, go on Amazon. I don't remember, because I bought a couple of these kits a while ago, but these are red Scotch Brite pads, okay, and they come in different shapes and sizes, and you hook them up to your drill, and these get in all the tight areas of the door jambs that you have to normally do by hand. You use these, and it saves you a ton of time and your fingers from literally sanding the tips of your fingers off from trying to get into all these tight curves and everything, because you're not getting your DA sander in there. So you gotta, those things work extremely well for doing that. So I'll just touch base here in a little bit after I get these sanded down completely and kind of just show you what's going on. But we're getting there. We're getting ready for paint. Once the jambs and everything are done, I got to get the roof done, which I'm going to sand all the roof and everything today as well. Luckily, I am not responsible for putting the new cables and stuff in for the door handles, because this truck I shaved all the door handles off this truck 20 some years ago. Well, he has kids now, and now he wants the kids to be able to open the doors, so we put door handles in. And I don't think none of this was videoed back in the day because I was not making videos on YouTube, but this is all new metal here, taken out of a another vehicle in a junkyard. So I had to piece and fit all that in there. And if you look here, I had to make these little pockets in the door jamb, and what these do is it allows the mechanism to fit into the door jamb and not hit on the inside. So I had to hand form all this stuff here. I took this is actually, this pinch seam right here is off of another vehicle, and it's put onto here, and you can't even tell. And that's what we were going for, is to make it as real as possible. When I originally did this 20 some years ago and suicided the doors, those hinges I believe are from like an old Jeep Grand Cherokee or something like that we got long time ago. I can't even remember. And then obviously I had to smooth all this out with sheet metal, build this out here. So I built this little bump out here, and that's where the door strike goes in. Also, another thing on these trucks that nobody really knows unless you work on them, this body line here was never here on this vehicle. It stopped at the edge here, and this was just smoothed down. So we cut all these in years ago and made body lines. And then also it has a newer style front end on it, which we also cut and fit all that together, which obviously it didn't have these style fenders and front end originally. it had the boxier style front end. So I'm going to go ahead and sand for a while, then I'll come back and just kind of touch base and show you how far I got. But we're not far off from painting jams. The weather's still nice. Hopefully it's gonna be nice later on this week so I can get these jams painted. Got to get the Bronco back together. Parts are supposed to be here tomorrow for that. Only can order the parts from the dealership, of course. Can't get any parts local. So I'm waiting on those parts to come in. And it now has a busted windshield, which that just randomly cracked out of nowhere, but luckily the insurance is paying for that. So that's a good thing. So, all right, I'll be back in a little bit and kind of just show you the progress. All right, I'm running out of daylight. I got quite a bit sanded. The back sanded, the roof's all sanded. That front rust area by the windshield, that's all been ground down to where there was barely any rust left. And then I sprayed rust converter onto it. And then I found a couple spots in the bottom of the doors that also needed some rust converter. So I ground those down completely to bare metal. And then did a little rust converter, and it goes on clear and then it turns it black. Found a dent right here in the bottom of the cab corner. Need to fix that. A couple little spots we need to tune up in the door jamb area. Now, when I was sanding this, I was thinking to myself, I think the easiest way to paint this truck is going to be to do the door jambs and the engine compartment at one shot, and then I'm going to do the roof and the back wall in one shot, and then I'm going to do the sides of the truck separately. So I can tape off here to this line here and come right along here all the way down. You're never going to see the back wall. It's completely covered by the bed itself. The roof is going to have this divider piece here. I don't think you're ever going to notice that color difference. And I could hide it in here. There is weather stripping that goes on there. So by doing it that way, it's going to make my life a lot easier, because then I just have to paint this side and that side, and it's only the outside. I can control my dirt better. I can control the whole job a lot better, because I'm not trying to paint the sides, climb on a ladder to paint the roof. That'll be a pain in the ass. So that is my theory on that. Door jambs, engine compartment, one shot. Roof, rear wall, one shot. And then the sides, one shot. I think it'll turn out a lot better that way. So that's it, guys. Nothing major going on here. You can see where I ground the whole bottom of that door down. There was just surface rust in that lip a little bit. So I actually just use a spray can rust converter, and it works really, really well. I've never had any problems with it. It's called Iron Armor Rust Reformer. It takes it goes on clear, and then when it dries, it turns it black. So I mean, that's really all you can do. You know, you can only, unless you're going to sandblast and get every single speck of it out of there, that's the only other thing you can do. And there's no way in hell I can sandblast that front window opening and shit and not get sand in the truck. No matter what I do as far as taping the truck off, it's going to get sand in there. It's going to get sand on the motor and everywhere else. So this is going to be the easiest way to fix it, and hopefully it should last for a long time. It doesn't get driven in the winter, salt, or anything like that. It gets driven in the rain, yes. This truck has had 90-some thousand miles put on it since I did it 20-some years ago. So it gets the shit driven out of it. And I'm sure it probably will again, too. But, all right, guys, nothing really interesting on this video. Just kind of wanted to talk and show you what I'm doing with it. This is all kind of bullshit work that there's really nothing to show. The video would suck if I just showed you of me sanding door jambs. There's no rocket science to it. Rough it up, sand it down, get it ready for paint. So thanks for watching, guys, but there will be videos coming soon on the door jambs, engine compartment, roof, you know, the paint job itself, which will be 3 separate videos because I'm going to spray it in 3 separate times. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.